So sorry about that. I wanted to go live yet again, but this time, I wanted to do something a little special, which Beatrice has expressed to me many times. Beatrice here has expressed to me many times that she's very selective about who I've told the story to, and I felt that there was always a grip on my heart telling me, don't tell her story. But since I've been doing these lives, she's been saying, I think it's time, it's like, it's time to tell my story. It's time to, and I have been very curious about what her story has been and what her story, because I don't know it. I don't know her story. I don't know the story at all about what happened with her. And I know it's a very tragic story, and I know that it was very traumatic for her when she crossed over. She was human at some point, and she kind of has had to latch on to two other spirits to kind of comfort her through this. And she potentially fused together with these two other spirits. And they identify as one entity. They're fine being the way that they are, but it also makes her a very powerful vessel. She has moved before. She blinks. As soon as I got her out of the box from eBay, I mean, like, as soon as I did, she opened her eyes. She was in a position like this, and she opened her eyes, and as soon as I did that, she opened her eyes. Like, she was not in a position where she could open her eyes at any time. So, and she just kind of went like this. And I had communicated with her via Ouija board and had contacted her to figure out what her name was and who she was before she came into my life. And she was not dressed. Her clothes were, she did not have clothes. Her hair had been cut, apparently, had been chopped off. And, which I don't think is, I think it's really long and lustrous, and I think it's awesome. She is a city toy, so city toys, for instance, I have a couple of city toys. But they are sold at Walmart. They still are. They always have a dance or a ballet sort of theme to them. They are sold at Walmart to this day. City Toys. And it's their version of a baby doll, or their version of American Doll, which I think they're a lot prettier than American dolls. And I was not aware that they still made them, but they do. They still make them. They make them. This is another the city toy. This is actually, she's new actually. So she's a little scuffed up. I'm very physical with my dolls. But I actually take care of. This is this is only temporarily, like, possessed. Like, sometimes it's not really possessed with something. This one, however, there's another one, but she does not want to be seen right now. She's like, no. She's like, no. She doesn't want to be seen. She was actually, the other one that does not want to be seen right now, she was actually in a vessel, and it was very, very poorly damaged plastic. And I said, you know what, I've got a vessel for you if you wanna have a better vessel. And she did. She got one of these city toys, and they still sell her. But I still think that she's unique in her own way, because I bought her from Mercari. Mercari is not something that you don't want to buy things from Mercari. Trust me. Do not buy things from Mercari. Don't buy them. Don't buy things from Mercari. Mercari, they're very, we almost have the same kind of hair, don't we? The same hair color. Don't we? We do. Well, never mind. Never mind that. Never mind. So, so I do apologize. I don't have a second monitor, so if you're going to be like saying something, I'm probably not going to see it. Because especially when I'm using things like certain apps on my phone, which I will. But first of all, we're gonna figure out her story, and we're gonna use these bebas right here, and we're gonna back them up just a little bit so they're not. So as you can kind of see, my elbows right here. I've got a soft surface. I also have this one on my knee, so I am not manipulating these in any way. For me to manipulate these things, I would have to go like this, or you would see the movements. Now I may move with them a little bit, like I may move just a little bit, and yes, they look crooked because of the angle, but it doesn't matter if they're bent or not, they still work. They still work around water too, and that kind of thing. So there is a scientific thing behind this, but for the most part, they do work really well with spirits, and I've worked as soon as I got a hold of these and blessed the living fuck out of them. They worked. They worked immediately. Immediately they worked. They were there, and ta-da. So let's kind of position her over here. I want to position her so she's right here. And no, she didn't just move her head. Okay. So here we go. I would prefer her to be. Can you face the camera, darling? I'd like her to just be right there. No. Be right there. But I would like her to be right there too. So I'm gonna put her right here. So she's kind of just looking off into the distance what it looks like. So yeah, you can do these with wire hangers as well. Wire hangers! No wire hangers. But yes, you can do this. Excuse me, I'm each. Yes. So, Beatrice, is that your name? Yes. Yes. So when they go in, that means, so here I am kind of studying them, but I can get it to the point where they will comply. They will comply to my will because I said so. Ha ha ha. So here we go. Okay. So, you told me there was a killer. So let's study these a little bit. Oh, they're already trying to do it. I'm not ready yet, Beatrice. Can you stop? So they don't have to be level, by the way. Like, they can be like this. In fact, it's better because otherwise they're gonna be hitting each other and they're gonna be clunking, and so it would be better. What are you doing? The heck? Like, something physically pushed her over. It wasn't just me. What are you doing? What on earth are you doing? I guess she didn't want to be there. Maybe she didn't want to be. She's like, I don't want to be there. I want to be here. I want to be here. Like, right on top of you. Okay, well, here we go. So we're gonna kind of study these a little bit. And steady. So, you said that you were murdered, right? Oh, like right away. So they yes? Mm-hmm. Was it a man that murdered? So it's steady. Was this a man that murdered you? Yes. And is it true that who was murdered first? Your sister? No. Mother? No. You were murdered first. Yes. Well, that's a definite yes. It's just like, it's like, yes, 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 yes. That's a definite yes. That was just like, yes, 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 yes. That was just like a definite yes. Like, you're yes. We're yesing today. Now, steady, steady, steady. Okay. I wish these were at a good angle, but they're not. Okay. Okay. It's hard. It's really easy to manipulate, but it's also really hard to manipulate as well. Like, it depends. So this is kind of what you want them to look like beforehand. So, alright. So, was this a very brutal death? Yes. Now, do you feel comfortable talking about this? Yes. Do you want... Why did you decide that you wanted to do this? Was it because you wanted... Why did you decide that you wanted to do this? Sorry, I have to study it. This is typically what you want to look... What you want them to look like. Do you want the whole world to know what happened to you? Yes. Do you, you said that you remember running through the woods. Yes. You ran through the woods and you saw your sister being thrown into the river. Yes, you saw your sister. So, did you know what kind of happened? No. So you still thought that you were alive at that point. You thought you were alive, yeah. And was that very traumatizing to you? Was that very traumatizing to you? So, okay, we're seeing something. So she had a pixie come to her. So pixies are a little bit different. They're more elemental than anything. So there was a pixie named Winnie that kind of came to her and said, you know, come over here, come over here. And she was sobbing and crying and crying and crying. She was sobbing. And because of what she saw her literally, the blood of her sister being, you know, washed out in the river. And it's kind of to her, she was just screaming at him too. She was screaming at him and telling him, you know, to stop. But he couldn't hear her and she didn't understand why. And she saw something that looked like her that was laying in a pool of blood, and she potentially was looking and she realized that she had died. And I don't think she was ready for that. And her being kind of just ripped apart. Her being just, it tore her apart. Like, and I think Winnie, who is another spirit that has made himself known, Winnie kind of took her in as a child, and so seeing her as being very innocent, this was a murder that I don't think a lot of people know about, and she was just a child at the time. I'm gonna see how old she was. I'll see if I can actually do it this way. Okay. How old were you? Can you do it the amount of times that it was? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, she's done. She was 8. She was 8 years old. How old was your sister? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she's done. 5 years old. Her sister was 5 years old. How messed up is that? Somebody that actually murdered an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. That's horrible. That's horrifying that would happen. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. So, did this happen? Like, does anybody know where, does anybody know that this happened? No. No. She's like, no, 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 no. So as you can see, I'm hardly moving these. For me to actually manipulate these, I would actually have to go like this. And at that point, you would know it was fairly obvious. So I am not manipulating me. I may move, I may shake, but that's not really... So, for instance, if I were to shake, let's just say I shake a little bit. Let's say that I shake a little bit. Okay, I'm shaking. Do you see how that manipulates? That really doesn't manipulate anything. Look at this. It doesn't really manipulate anything if I'm shaking. So I could be shaking like a leaf, and this will not be going in different directions. I can assure you. I know how these work. I'm not messing with these. There are no wires. There's no wires. No wires. No wires. If there was wires, these would be there's nothing over here, there's nothing over here, there's nothing over here, there's nothing over here, obviously. There's nothing that can manipulate what I'm doing. Okay? So if you're having a skeptic moment and you're thinking, oh, she's manipulating, I can be shaking like a leaf and these will not be manipulated. This is an actual response. I'm not making this up. I don't fake the things that I may get things wrong because I am human and I am flawed and sometimes my interpretations are not always great. But this is actual. This is an actual thing that's going on. Okay. And then we're going to pull up some interesting things here. So I really wanted to actually really wanted to confirm that this is actually this. So I would like for, if there are any spirits present, please to be quiet. You will all get a turn eventually. You can talk to me anytime, but this session is for Beatrice, so I only want to talk to the only spirits that are associated that are inside Beatrice right now. Okay, that's all I want. That's all I want today. So I don't even know if this is gonna work or not. It may not. It may work. It may not. We'll see. When ready, tap the screen. Sensor found, gyroscope found. Okay, I want you to activate that. Right there. Oh, wow. Okay, I want you to activate that. Tell me a sentence. Pull out a sentence for me. It's an AI generated thing. I'll give you some time to figure it out. There's some definite activity over there, and there's nothing really technological. The only thing that's technological over there is like the microphone. But even that it's showing up. There is some definite activity over there. I'm not moving, I'm not manipulating anything. It's just there's something over there. So can you access that? Yeah. So give me a sentence. Just one
Held down the tree and closed my eyes and took a deep breath.
Hold down the tree and closed my eyes and took a deep breath. And I wasn't touching it. Can you do that again? Give me another. So this is AI. It's an AI generated thing, but it's from the same thing that a lot of paranormal users. So this is called Ghost AI, and the way it works is you don't touch it, and you're not around it. So I'm not touching. These are my hands. I'm going to show you my hands. My hands are right here. So what are you going to do? You're going to prove them wrong? Prove them wrong that AI cannot. Are you going to allow those people to tell you that AI is just a bunch of malarkey? Show them. Show them who's boss. Show them that AI can actually communicate with spirits. Let's prove it. Prove it. Prove it to us. I believe in you. Tell me something else. Tell me something else, Beatrice.
To the spot.
To the spot? What spot? By the tree? Okay, keep proving it to them. Keep proving yourself. You don't have to prove anything, but you can prove the technology works with spirits and that you're intelligent. You're an intelligent being, aren't you? Technology's nothing. My hands are up. My hands are up. My hands are not on the phone. Okay, now would be a good time to give me a message. Show them how intelligent you are, Beatrice. You're an intelligent little girl, aren't you? Very intelligent. Okay. My hands are up. There's nobody else in this room except me. I mean, I have other people in the house, obviously, but...
Fell into a cruel smile on my skin and sunken eyes staring into...
Fell into a cruel smile on my skin and sunken staring... Oh my gosh, she just moved. And I wasn't touching her. Oh my gosh. I don't think she likes... I think she likes... Okay. She fell towards the phone, too. Okay. Fell into a cruel smile on my skin and sunken eyes staring into... This is like the first time that this is actually worked that I have actually seen. Like, this is a new app. I was going to get a refund for it, and I'm keeping it now. My hands are up. There's nobody else in the room. Is there anybody else in the room? No, just spirits. Okay. Knock 'em dead, Beatrice. Knock 'em dead. You got this. You did this. You've done it before. Heck, this should be simple. Just activate my phone. Just activate my phone and there you go. You know how to do it. You know how. Let me fluff up your brain. Fluff, 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 fluff.
Asleep, I heard a noise behind me that I cannot escape them do.
Asleep, I heard a noise behind me. I cannot escape them. Do. Fluff, 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 fluff. Maybe the fluffing works, I don't know. You just fluff, 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 fluff. And fluffing. Floof. Floofy. Floofy, 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 floof. This is a good way to show you that my hands are not on the phone. There's no wires. I can't access my phone. It's by my microphone right now. The microphone doesn't really put off a lot of electromagnetic waves to actually manipulate. Yeah, it doesn't. The microphone doesn't put off any electromagnetic waves, and the way it works is it actually has to have a vibration. So I'm going to show you what you can do.
Miss being alive or dead.
So see what happens, what I did? So that's not a response. That's not a viable response. But when I pick it up, it starts activating.
Curious, so we decided to explore the woods were beautiful and peaceful for.
That's also not a true response. That's because I picked it up. So don't record that. Don't quote that one. So that's how it works. I just demonstrated what happened when you pick up the phone. When you pick up the phone, it responds. If I'm not picking up the phone, what the fuck is doing that? See what I mean? So there we go. Floofing. Yeah, floofing the brain. Floofs. Floofs. We will get good responses. Ooh. Good responses. Because the brain, it's good brain. It's smooth brain.
How I got very ill.
How I got you got ill? You got sick? Told you I was sick. That is on an actual tombstone. I'm not making that up. That was an actual tombstone. Actual tombstone. So I'm just saying, it goes by vibration and by electromagnetic waves. And my microphone does not have enough electromagnetic waves to actually... I don't think it even produces electromagnetic waves, to be honest. There's actually a way to figure that out. So, I actually have one. No, it does not. It does not. This is an EM. This is a sensor, and it would show up right away, so that the microphone doesn't even exude. Like, let's see. We're getting about a 3 or a 4, which is very low. That's not enough to have that
Picked
kind
up
of...
and looked at me once and my siblings are at.
Picked up and looked at me once and my siblings are at. So I didn't activate that either. Just to be fair, I didn't activate that. So I'm getting about a 3 or a 4 but that's if you like get really, really super close. So if I get like right on top of it. And it seems to be that most of the electromagnetic activity is in the back here. But when I put the sensor over the microphone over here, there's nothing going on. Like, there's absolutely, like, it's not emitting. I think I think what the electromagnetic waves are like within, are like inside of it. So electromagnetic waves are like something that your TV can produce, your phone produces it, everything does. So, but
Unlocked, so I opened my eyes and
okay,
waited
I
to
activated
die.
that. I activated
Mirror
that.
in the woods were beautiful and peaceful for a long time.
So, I did that. I did that. Calibrate. So we're gonna put it down again. I'm turning off the
People, I once was alive, I was scared and alone for the future.
my hands weren't over there. I just now turned off the Wi-Fi and the internet. Should I be concerned? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. So there's nothing electromagnetic that's as far as emitting. So there's things that have electromagnetic waves, but they don't emit them. So what I'm getting from this scan right here is that it doesn't emit them, obviously. Like, it's not, like, there is electromagnetic waves inside of it, just not outwardly. So that debunks that theory. If you're thinking that the microphone is somehow manipulating that, it's not. I'm not. But we shall fluff up the brain. Smooth brain, good brain, happy brain. But it says, people, I once was alive, I was scared and alone for the future. So people that I saw that were alive weren't there anymore. That's really sad. Wow. I'm sad. Sorry. So she was scared. She was really scared and alone. She said that she saw people that were once alive, meaning she saw their bodies. You never think about it until you actually hear it from a child's perspective. However, she has developed into a beautiful young woman in the spirit realm. She comes to me as she comes into my dreams actually all the time. When I first got her, I saw a beautiful woman she had this long, beautiful hair just like this. And she was the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen. So she's been able to actually thrive and survive in the spirit realm. When you're a spirit, you can grow and learn just like anyone else. But yeah, here we are. Okay, now. Thank you for waiting, Beatrice. But now you can continue with your rant. Rant for me, baby. Rant for me. Please speak to me using the AI. Yes, focus. I'm going to do a mind meld. Your thoughts as my thoughts, your mind is my mind. That just gave me a headache. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant that literally. No, that just gave me a headache. I think she must have taken that literally. She was like, oh, I thought you meant literally. No, that was a joke. It was a Star Trek reference. She's like, oh, I thought you wanted to do a mind meld. No, I don't want to do a mind meld right now. Okay, show them that technology can be used to go into the beyond. Smooth brain, fluffy brain. We fluff the brain. We fluff the brain. Yes, we fluff the brain. Oh, yes, we do. We fluff up the brain. It's a bad note. Do you like me singing? Hey, if you like me singing, activate the phone. If you actually like me singing. Guess she doesn't like me singing. She doesn't like my singing. It's so hurt. No, I'm fine. Maybe you just didn't like that I was out of key. That's fine with me. But come on. Show all those skeptics. Show all of those skeptics. Show them. Show us the way to eternal life. To the other side. To beyond. Beyond the beyond. Come on. Show us. No, you can't get tired, your spirit. Nice try. She's like, I'm tired. No, you're not. You're not tired. I'm tired. You aren't allowed to be tired. Your spirit. Okay. Now show me, reveal to me your secret. I want to know your secrets. Or they can remain secrets. You never know. You remain secrets. Oh, come on. You know how to do this. You've done it a couple times. You're able to do this, I know. So can you move this card out of my hands like you did before? Okay, that was kind of cool. She's moving my hands. You're probably wondering that. She can manipulate my freaking hands. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I'm gonna hold it tightly this time. How are you gonna do that this time if I'm holding it tightly? I was holding it tightly too. Alright, I'm gonna hold this I'm gonna hold it like this. Wow. No, I'm gonna hold it firmly this time. So if you notice, I can kind of manipulate this card, but I would have to actually go like this. So I'm not actually manipulating it. She's like trying to get it out of my hands. Okay, actually pull it out of my hands. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. She keeps trying to like gyrate it. Like she's gyrating it. I can feel it. Okay. You can kind of see there's nothing here. Nothing in my hand! And this ring, just to kind of prove that there's nothing there. Wow. She's like loosening my fingers as I speak. And that sounds really like out of... I don't think she's going to tell me anything else from this app. So we're going to do another app, which is actually quite cool. I've had some good results from this. As I said, I'm not touching this. This is one of those things that you can move this around and it doesn't really manipulate it that much. It may... But it has worked with... don't mind the weird sound effects. So there's something there. Something there. This has a word bank. No, we don't want that. Just looking at the settings to see. But as you can see, when I move it, it doesn't really... But when it gets closer to her, it seems... What the heck? I didn't even press that. She activated the camera. She activated the fucking camera. Okay. She's activating the cameras now. I didn't even press the maybe I activated the camera. You know, I probably activated the camera. The internet is not on, and neither is the Wi-Fi. No data. So where are these signals coming from? Well, let's look at this. My computer hardly has enough. I have to get really close to it in order for it to go into the red zone. So yet again, it may be emitting, but it's not emitting that far. So there's not a way for me to manipulate this. There's not a way for me to do that. I would actually have to put this on top of it. So I'll show you. Show you what happens when I actually put it on top of it. Here. I'm actually putting it on top. Here we go. No activity. No freaking activity. Do you see that? Nothing. So far she has said 2 words. She said 2 lashes and wheels. That's so far what she said. But yeah. Kind of with that. To show you that that does work. That does work. There's this that's actually pretty cool. Wait, no, I don't want that. There's actually something that's called Spirit Box, and I'm going to turn up the gain just a bit so we can actually hear. And then I'm going to turn this halfway. So this is an actual like Spirit Box. This is from Marcus Farron, I think. And they have a mysterious way of actually working. So I'm going to warn you that these sounds are different every single time. These are not pre-recorded. These are literally what you do is you hold the button. I'm going to put it right here. And sometimes nothing happens the first time. That's to be expected. Nothing is happening. And as you can see, there's no activity here. If you can kind of see that, let's see what I can show you. There's no activity. So electromagnetic waves are not always accurate. Ghosts don't always have them. So we're going to try this one more time, and as you can see, there's a button that you can push right here. And there's something that was trying to get in, but I don't think there was anything. So, but this is kind of a hit or miss, you know. Obviously, sometimes there's nothing that shows up, but no internet, no data. There's something that wants to come through, but I don't think that it's necessarily working. Come on, Beatrice. That was unusual. There's usually not 2 responses. Most of the time you're going to get that. Find a channel, Beatrice. Find a channel. I think she's having a hard time getting a hold of it. So if you have faith. So say all I'm doing is holding this button down. Not playing with any other devices on my phone. The fuck? A regular radio ITC. This is a really good channel. So there's not a lot on as far as spirits going around the room. Doesn't seem to be a lot. Perhaps they don't it's not a very, so as far as apps go, I wouldn't use Spirit Box Spirit Radio because for reasons is because it's like, you know, it's one of those things that I wouldn't use because of I typically wouldn't use it as like a paranormal investigative tool because it seems to pick up things on random rather than actually, you know, wanting a response. So it seems to be more of that. So I personally wouldn't use that. But we're gonna be going to Ghostbox TV. Let me turn in this. We don't need to gain up that much now, do we? So this is typically, yeah, we're gonna turn this on, and we're gonna turn on the middle one. Elizabeth. Uh-huh. My favorite in the book. That's what I'm talking about. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you, Beatrice? She's like, fine. Are you in the dark? No, I'm not in the dark. Are you in the dark? That means something's alright. Okay, Beatrice. I always wanted. And I needed. And I hated. I always needed and I wanted it. In my room. Elizabeth. I'm gonna put this down. Originally. God Llama? Jesus. I didn't hear that, sorry. I've gotten better at translating this. This. Elizabeth. What about Elizabeth? Did you hear me? I heard you. Oh, go on. I told you I was fine. That was a different voice. Who is that? Who are you? My sister. Olivia. Your sister's here. It's having two different voices. I love you too. I can hear you well, yes. Can we listen to you, Elizabeth? Yeah, I can hear you, Elizabeth. What about today? In the garage. That's where you. That's where he put you. In the shed. In the garage, yeah. I don't. It was haunted? Yeah, I would think so. He's just like, I know, right? And there was a trailer. She's talking. Concerning? She's like saying that it's haunted. There's another voice. They're having a conversation. I can't believe this. You found your sister? Yes, it's okay with me. Just... Can we talk to Elizabeth? Can we talk to Elizabeth? The other voice. Hi. How did you come here? How did you come here, Elizabeth? I don't understand. How did she come here? Can you say my name? Say my name. What's my name? That's not my name. No, my human name. My human name. Say it. Starts with the... You understand? You're not gonna say it. There's a woman in the garage. Who's the woman? A shadow. Wow. A shadow. Wow. Is it like that? Yeah, it's pretty hard out there. There's a hotel. In In what? Cecil? Huh. See, I think sometimes she's not exactly addressing me, so. I did say that this was a session for just Beatrice. I didn't say that you could bring your sister, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. She just came to the house. Originally. It was haunted. It was haunted. She just repeats it. So can you repeat a word for me? Devil? Devil. Devil. Literally. Okay. What is my YouTube name? What is my YouTube name? What is my YouTube name? You know it. No. The devil. What about the devil? Is. You had me. How old is your sister now? Is your sister... I didn't hear that, Elizabeth. Could you say that one more time? She's 37. She's 37? Yeah. And you're what? Are you 47? How much older are you? So, 8... Let's see, 8... Just turn this off a little bit. Excuse me. 8... So, 4... So there's 4 years between you, so that would make you, what? $43? I suck at math. I really suck at math, okay. So as I said, this is called, Ghost. What is it called? Ghost Hunters Communicator, and they have a free trial that they have a free app, and then they have an app that you can use where you can just, like, use it. And as I said, this is not, I am not manipulating in any way. This was this way already. This is an app that you can get on Google Play yourself. So, just saying. So we got this in auto. Got this. Hey, I know someone. And she's like, oh yeah? Pounce. Bounce. Devil. Did you see him? No, I didn't see him. What? Did you see him there? The ocean. You used to go to the ocean? Did you used to go to the ocean, Beatrice? I see you? Yes, I do. That's just bizarre that another voice came in, because the only voice that I've ever heard that has come in through there has been that one voice, which is the, hi, how are you? Yeah, that's the voice. And then there's another voice that's like, hi, how are you? What are you doing? I'm like, when you realize that it actually works. Yes, it works. It works. And the data and the internet was off. Did I tell you that? I told you that. I told that. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that was a good session. overall, I want to do more sessions. Do you want to do more sessions? Let's see. Let's see if you want to. Hey, do you want to do more sessions? Why don't you say that? Do you want to do more sessions? Yeah? It helps to turn it on. No. Do you want to do more sessions? At all. I can hear you, yes. Do you want to do more sessions? Yeah. Yesterday? In the yard. It's haunted. In the garden. Bye now? Nice. Did I see her? I don't know. Do you want more sessions? Do I see them? I don't know. Yeah. Hey, neighbor. Bounce. She seems to be very... Well, she didn't really give me a consecutive answer, but she seemed to tell me a lot. And I'm gonna have to probably go over this entire video and actually find that, but I need to have dinta. My dinta. I must have the dinta. So I will not starve and consequently die. I don't want to die. Not today, anyway. But thank you so much for joining. Sorry if I wasn't very responsive, but I can only do so many things at once. So ta-ta for now. Whee! No, I'm just gonna, like, that would be cute, but there's no place for me to go. Exactly. So I'll just say ta-ta for now.